Here we have an example of what a MAR chart should look like. Firstly, the client's name should be documented clearly at the very top of the MAR chart. The date of birth needs to be documented. The care home address, here any place, any town as an example. Allergies are a legal requirement and must be shown on the MAR chart. The start date of the medication cycle, the end date of the medication cycle, and the start day. The medication name should be documented along with the form, the strength, and the directions. You will see the time is either printed on the MAR chart when received into the care home, or if the MAR chart is handwritten, the times for administration should be written onto the MAR chart manually. Upon receiving medication into the care home, the amount received in must be checked, double-checked, and countersigned. Documented on this MAR chart here, we have the medication name. This example is benzoflumethiazide. We have the medication strength, 2.5 mg, and we have the medication form, tablets. We also have the directions. In this case, take 1 tablet in the morning. For medication prescribed as a variable dose, for example, take 1 or 2, we must document on the MAR chart under a signature how many we have administered to that individual. The amount administered should be circled to differentiate the amount given to the signature of the individual. For medications prescribed as a short course, for example, apply to the left elbow twice a day for 5 days as documented on this MAR chart example here, it's a good idea to cross out the non-administration days or the end of the course. As you can see here, the medication has been signed for the 5 days, a line crossed through the end of the course, and documented on the MAR chart course completed with the signature of the individual. For the example here, cocodamol 8 by 500 mg tablets, 2 to be taken 4 times a day when required, no more than 2 at a time or 8 in 24 hours, and not to be taken with any other paracetamol based product. You will see some of the administration dates and times given have been circled with an alternative code contained. For example, here we have a G code with a circle around. This would mean, as per codes at the bottom of the MAR chart, we need to find out more information about why this has been coded this way. We need to turn the MAR chart over to view the documentation on the back. You will see here the reason for the G code on the MAR chart as documented is because the 8 AM dose was not actually given until 8:15 AM. This means that the 12 o'clock dose could not be given until at least 12:15 or as documented 12:25. This is to ensure a minimal of 4-hour gap between the stated doses. You will see at the bottom of the MAR chart here there are different letters or codes depending on the code required at that time. You will see an A is for refused, B for nausea or vomiting, C for hospitalised, D for social leave, E for refused and returned. F is for other, which must be defined by the care home. In this scenario, it's the client was sleeping. P is for a prompt, N for not required, M for make available, and as already mentioned, G to see the note on the back of the MAR chart. Codes on MAR charts will differ depending on the pharmacy supplier. On electronic MAR charts, codes will be pre-programmed in depending on the care home or supplier. Any changes to a medication must be rewritten as a new entry and the old entry crossed through and initialed. The quantity of medication must be carried forward as documented here.